welcome to the Festival of Storytellers.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be on right now. It's been a couple of weeks of excitement, getting prepared, and I've done a lot of things in my life, but this has got to be close to the top.
Thank you, and Reader's Magnet, and thank you, John, for putting this forth and taking the chance on us authors in presenting this out to the world.
I've enjoyed this immensely, Joanne.
Ellie, so have I. Thank you for who you are, and thank you, Reader's Magnet. You all are beautiful, and you've worked so very hard, and we are blessed.
We are.
I thank everybody that's involved with this process, because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers. We thank Reader's Magnet and everybody that's involved. I love Reader's Magnet. They say, we share your stories with the world.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Author Live session, our 10-minute showcase for authors who have wondrous story to tell. You can catch us streaming live in our Readers Magnet Facebook page and Readers Magnet YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit unsubscribe. Today, we have one of our featured author, Kishwar Mirza, author of Stories and Poems from a Grandmother's Heart. Hi, Kishwar. How are you today?
I'm good. Yourself?
That's good to hear. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm so thrilled to have this conversation with you.
Yeah.
So, let's start with your book. Can you show us the cover?
This is my first book. It's called, I don't know if you can see it. It's called The Stories and Poems
There you go.
from a Grandmother's Heart.
Wow, that's a very cute cover. Can you share us the story behind it?
It's a collection of stories and poems that I've written, and a lot of those, the illustrations are of some of the stories and the poems that are in the book itself.
Mm-hmm. And who came up with the idea of the cover? Like,
I worked with an illustrator, and then I had a chance to look at some of the drawings, and then we put them all together.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's very nice. And why did you chose to write in this genre?
I guess my inspiration was my granddaughter, and I wanted to write stories and poetry for her. And plus I also I'm a pediatric nurse, so I work with children.
Wow.
So I felt that kids need to read and learn something, and to give them something positive.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, children are very lovely. They're very, they have full of energy, right? And yeah, I can really see the connection there why you chose to write about children and why poems, right? So yeah, that's really nice. And I just can't notice about you know, the title. What is the significance of the title to you as an author?
I guess because I'm a grandmother, and everything for me is really quite personal, right? And I guess it's also loving, so that's why I guess it's from a grandmother's heart.
Right, right. I'm sure your grandkids are very happy to have you as their grandmother. They're very lucky to and blessed to have someone who wrote poems to them, read out poems to them. I'm sure you read stories to them before they go to sleep.
Yeah, they're always asking me to create a story for them or to make something up, and that's what I always try to do. Whenever we try to put them to bed, I always have to say something to them that they.
Wow, that's really nice. They're very wonderful grandmother, full of imaginative stories to tell to them.
Yeah.
And when you were writing the book, what was the most fun part about it?
The most fun part about it, well, creating some of the stories was the fun, and as you can see, I use animals in it too. So you can use
Hmm.
animals and you can humanize them in some respects, right? You give them like personalities.
Hmm.
So that was
Wow.
something that I like to do as well. And very often, they're like you know how it is when you're as a writer, an idea will pops into your head, and then you all of a sudden you have to start writing it, and then
Right.
it just goes. Yeah, sometimes I just feel like I've got so many things inside my head that I just can't get them out completely.
I agree. They just flash right in front of you, and you
Yes,
just can't help it but write it. Can you
yeah,
can you show us what's the inside of the book, at
for
least
sure.
so we can know?
Okay, so this is the inside of the book. I don't know
Uh
if you
huh.
can see
And
it.
can to your left.
Oh, sorry. Here.
All right, there you go. A little bit up. Yes. And can you show us like what's your favorite page in that book?
My favorite page. Well, I guess there's a story I can read to you. I guess where it's called "Where Are the Bees,"
Mm-hmm.
and then I wrote a story called, I don't know if you can see it here.
There you go. Oh, are there other illustrations in it as well?
Yes, I'll show you now. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. Is I wrote one about a lamb called Babette.
Oh, wow, that's really cute.
Yeah, and then I wrote
I'm
one about
I'm sure your grandkids would really love to, read those books. Those are very colorful illustrations.
yeah. I wrote a one about oh, here, this is the one about rain.
Oh, that's nice. Really nice.
Yeah.
And what are, your favorite poem in that book?
One of my favorite poems actually was one of my favorite poems is Rain. So do
Mm-hmm.
you mind if I read it to you?
Yeah, sure. That
Okay.
would be very lovely.
Yeah, so I call "The rain is falling, the sky is gray. Who needs sunshine anyway? I do," said the ladybird as they watched from close by. "I do," said the robin way up in the sky. "We do," said the flowers trying to lift their bowed heads. "I do," said the snail from his leafy bed. Hearing this, the sun tried to shine. It tried to put the clouds behind. Sky turned a hazy blue. There was so much the sun had to do. So remember when it rains on you, that it's nothing new. The sun will return when it can to bring warmth and glory to the land. So,
Wow. That's a very heartwarming poem.
yeah.
It's very nice to know that yeah, someone wrote a poem about something, and
Mhm.
not a lot of people like the rain, right? So when you when you read a poem like that, you would fall in love with the rain.
Oh, yes, we all need rain. I also wrote one
Yes.
about mice. I mean, I'm
Mm.
not I'm not exactly crazy about mice, but this one's about mice. It's a
Uh-huh.
poem I call "Mice Are Nice." So
Wow.
it's called "Sitting All on My Own, No One Around, the House Quiet as a Ghost Town. I see a mouse creep along the floor. I see another one behind the bedroom door. The first one comes up to me and says hello. It stands up on its tippy toe. It waves its tail around and around. I let out a gushing sound. What does the mouse want from me? I'm frightened, can't it see? Please don't come any closer. My hands are shaking all over. The mouse says, "How do you do?" She says she is Emmy Lou. My mouth hangs open as she speaks her name. I don't think I'll ever be the same. The second mouse runs over too. He stands next to little Lou. He says my name is Felix. My mouth drops. I don't believe it. I try to speak and my tongue is stuck. It's just my silly luck. Felix and Emmy Lou nod their heads. My feet can't move. My shoes are like lead. I slowly start to realize these mice are being nice. Out of my mouth comes, "How do you do?" Emmy Lou and Felix say, "We are fine, thank you." We sit at a table close by. I ask them why. Explain why I had never spoken before. Could we maybe speak some more? So today I made two new friends, Emmy, Felix, and me till the end.
Wow, that's very lovely. I just and I just can't imagine, writing all of those poems. It must be really, fun for you to just wrote them down.
Yeah, it is. I like writing poetry. I think I find it very fulfilling and very energizing in some ways, and also how it gets it gets your mind to think and you be creative.
Yes, therapeutic, right? That's a
Very
very good way to
therapeutic.
do it.
Yeah, yeah.
All
So
right, for those who are watching us live, you can grab a copy of Kishwar's book, Stories and Poems from a Grandmother's Heart, available in Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and in her website, www.kishwarbooks.com, and follow her in Facebook and other social media platform as well. So, Kishwar, when you were writing the book, do you have a specific time when you were writing those poems, or it just flows into you, like where you were working? Something just came
uh,
up.
you know what? Sometimes I don't know how it is. That sometimes ideas come up, or sometimes something might just happen, and I see. Then I have to sort of go with that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really spend much like a particular time writing about something, but I do know that sometimes I'll an idea will come into my head and I'll start writing it, and finish the whole poem, but then in the morning when I get up I completely forget about it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My. Well, when you said that you've been writing the poems, what was the earliest experience where you learned that language had power?
I think every time when I speak to somebody and you say something, I think your words always have power and have an impact on the individual, and also it's just the way you talk to them too, right? How you approach people.
Right, I agree. It's how you give out those words, how you
Right,
say it. It will definitely
right,
touch lives. Same as
absolutely.
your poems. Same as your poems that you wrote. It will
Yeah.
touch lives. A lot of children would love it. And I also got a comment from our, viewers from TG
Okay.
on an FB live chat. So she said that so nice to give writer this opportunity in this crowded field. We need every bit of help we can get.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure there's so many people out there would like love writing, but don't have an
Mhm.
opportunity to talk about their work. And
I
I
agree.
appreciate you doing this for me.
Thank you, Kashwar. It was, I mean, we're just wanted to help, and we really love to, work with authors, especially like you, who has very imaginative, mind.
Yeah.
And lastly, what would you want your readers to take away after reading your book?
After reading my book, I just want them to enjoy it, and I want them to be. I feel happy, and to know that. I mean, that's the only thing is I want people to be able to enjoy reading and to be happy. That to me is
Right.
the most important thing.
I agree. I mean, by just reading a book, it can change lives, right? It
Yeah.
can change someone else's perspective about
Yeah.
something.
Absolutely.
It has power. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Kishwar. It was a very insightful talk.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for the time.
Yeah, I
All right.
appreciate that.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Take care. Okay.
All right, everyone. Kishwar Mirza, author of Stories and Poems from a Grandmother's Heart, available in Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and in her website, www.kishwarbooks.com. Follow her on
Goodbye.
Facebook and other social media platforms as well.
Yeah.
Again, thank you, Kishwar. And as
Thank
we
you.
say it here in Reader's Magnet, we share your stories with the word. Bye for
Absolutely.
now.
Bye bye.